Hey y'all, it's your girl, Miss Mika D. Today I'm going to be talking about making friends as an adult. Hey y'all, it's your girl Mika. Thank you for tuning into my channel. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and follow me on Instagram and TikTok. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Hey guys, it's your girl, Miss Mika. Welcome to my channel. If you're new, welcome. If you are coming back, welcome back. All right, so I want to talk to you guys about making friends as an adult. Specifically, when you move to a new area and you know no one. So what sparked me to want to talk about this is, so in 2015, I decided to move to DC. Y'all, I didn't know anybody in DC. I didn't have any family, relatives, like none of that. And I was branching out into a career in IT. I was switching careers. I went from being a claims adjuster, adjusting injury claims for auto accidents, to wanting to be in IT. I had just got my bachelor's degree, and I was like, y'all, I am ready. I'm a little country girl from a small town in Georgia. Don't know if you guys heard of Macon, Georgia, but that's where I'm from. And I was ready to like venture out, like do something. Like I think I was, you know how people have like a midlife crisis? I think I was having like a 25-year-old crisis or something, like a young girl like crisis. But I was just itching for like something new. Like I grew up in Macon my whole life. We didn't really have much as far as like variety. It was the same old things to do, and I was just kind of ready to move. So I made a decision to move to DC. I had never been to DC before. I picked my apartment out online. I didn't even go and look at it, y'all. I was just going out there on a hope and a prayer, but I did have a job secure. So the coin was secure before I left. But everything else, it was just kind of like, all right, it's a hope and a prayer. So just being though that you move into a city, you know, you don't know anybody, you know, it can get kind of lonely. So it took me like, I'm not gonna lie, like maybe like 2 years to really like just get my footing and just, you know, get out there and make friends. So it's hard like as an adult to just make friends, you know, like you can't just walk up to somebody and just be like, hey girl, want to be my friend? I mean, you could, but you know, it just seems, you know, strange. Like, just don't, you know, to walk up to somebody. So the first step, I think, or whatever I want to talk about is how do you find people? You know, like, yeah, you go to work, but some people like don't like mixing, you know, business and personal life. Before I get into that, like actually like my two closest friends I met them at work. So, you know, it could work, y'all, it could. So that was like my first step. Like I did, you know, I got to work one day, my first day, and you know, I gave them the Southern Belle, hey y'all, you know, and I kind of like just sat at my desk. I was afraid to talk to anybody. I'm like, no one believes me, but I'm really an introvert and I'm really shy. So I was shy. I didn't want to talk to nobody. I was nervous. Like it's my first day of work, you know, in a new office. Like it was a lot going on. So it was this girl, she was sitting next to me and she was like, hey, and I was like, hey. And she was like, well, what are you doing for lunch? And I'm just like, I don't know. I mean, it's my first day, you know, eating lunch, I guess. Like, I don't know, you know. And she was like, oh, let's go do lunch together. And I'm just like, all right then. And that one, hey, what are you doing for lunch, turned into, over, 6 years of friendship. She's one of my closest friends. And it started with, hey, girl, what you doing for lunch? So I kind of got lucky as far as like making like work friends because my department, everybody was, well, I wouldn't say everybody, but most of the people that worked in that department, we were all kind of like the same age. And it was, a good bit of people that looked like me. And it was, some women. I work in tech. So tech, for a while, well, still kind of is a predominantly, male dominated field. So, women, we're starting to get into IT, and I mean, it's a lot more women now, like today, that's in IT, but it's still kind of male dominated. So, I had all the pluses going on as far as like socially. So, if you work, in an area or an apartment, and you have people that, around the same age as you, you may, have some things in common, and that could be, a start of, making friends. One of the other ways I found people to make friends is a fitness group. So I started before I moved to DC. I was I still am a part of this fitness group called Tone It Up. One of my making friends had introduced me to this group. I was just starting like my fitness journey. I wanted to start working out. So she was like, oh, well, I do Tone It Up. So I looked it up and I was like, oh, okay, well, I'll join Tone It Up too. And it's a women empowered fitness group. And the fitness group, like, they had a big like social media following. You can use like location hashtags to find like other girls like in your area. So what I did was I searched the area. I moved to DC. DC is also known as DMV. So I did a, hashtag search TIU DC, TIU DMV. And I found, some girls in the area, and, we got together and worked out. So I was able to kind of like, find some friends from there to, go and, work out, and at least the fitness and the eating clean part was taken care of. So that was one way. So if whatever your hobby is, your interest, look for a group in your area that, focus on, that interest. And I'm sure they're doing meetups. A lot of interest groups do meetups. If you like working out, I suggest, check out Tone It Up. They're on Instagram. I'll put their information down in the description box. And you can search, social media and find like some fitness girls in your area. There's also some other like fitness groups out there. I mean, it's so many, I can't name it all, but that was my first fitness group. I'm still a part of that fitness group, and I really love that fitness group. So that's the one that I kind of like stuck to, like just to kind of, meet people. Another way to meet people is Facebook, Facebook groups specifically. So a friend had kind of like told me about like a Facebook group that she was in. I had no idea that Facebook groups was popping like this, y'all. So she added me into like this one group for the DMV area. And then I kind of like searched around and joined this other group in the DMV. So it's called, if you are in the DMV area, make sure you look up DMV Does. And I'll also link the Facebook link in the description box below. But that group has really, like, it really helped me with my social life. I can't remember like how many people was a part of the group when I first joined it, but I'm still in the group even though I'm not in DMV, because I still have friends and I still like to travel back and forth to the DMV area. So I'm still in there. And now, I mean, they have like 20,000 like followers, like not followers, but group members in there, y'all. That group is big. So if you need help find a friend out of them 20,000 people, there's gonna be somebody in there that's for you. Okay, somebody for you to hang out with. And so, like, when I joined that group, when I tell you my social life, my social life, y'all. My social life, like, increased, like, significantly. Like, I was always doing something. Somebody would post in a group, they'll be like, hey, anybody down for happy hour? I don't want to go by myself. I want to go to X, Y, and Z place. So I'll see that and I'm just like, well, shoot, all I've been doing is going to work and working out at this point. And you know, your fitness friends, they real strict. They stick to their, their regimens, Don't get me wrong, they do have fun, y'all. But still, when you want to go and, like, say you want to eat that pasta you've been seeing, you want to have you a little drinky drink, sometimes your fitness friends just be like, nah, girl, I don't want to eat those carbs. I can't drink all those calories, So, they say they stuff for the weekend. And, you might have had a long day at work or, just life just happening. And you like, man, I can really use me a drink after work today, y'all. So, you're the happy hour. So you can literally like post in a group, be like, hey, who wants to go to happy hour? And I guarantee you like 50 million people gonna comment and be like, yeah, I want to go. Yep, I'm gonna be there. And like next thing you know, you at happy hour and there's like several other people like there for happy hour and you just vibing and making friends. So I encourage you, y'all, Facebook groups, just do a search of your area. Like during the pandemic, I relocated to Atlanta. And even though like Atlanta like a second home for me, like Atlanta is like an hour and a half north of where I'm from, Macon, which is Central Georgia. So I was in DC for like 6 years and a lot has changed since I've been gone. So when I came and moved to Atlanta, I felt like, dang, I'm starting over. So what I did was what I did in DC. I went on Facebook and I searched like Atlanta and I found like a couple of like groups. Now it's gonna take time because you'll probably find like a lot of like groups in your area. So I just say like join them all, and then you can kind of like get the vibe from the group and see, if they're doing events or they're going places or are they linking up. And so I did join this one group here in Atlanta, and it's called Atlanta Girl Squad or ATL Girl Squad or something along those lines. If you look up Atlanta Girl Squad, you'll find it. And when I'm done with this video, I'll actually put that in the description box as well so you can find the link. And then because like I felt like I got such a good like positive experience from the Facebook group that I was in DC, I created my own for both male and female to join the group and do events, and that one is called Atlanta Social Crew. So go ahead and search for that or check out the description box and I'll have a link for that one as well. So yeah, so go ahead and do that search and search for some groups, and don't be afraid to like make your own post. If no one's posting anything that you're interested in, then create your own post, or just create an event, because an event is better than like a post, because that'll give time for people to kind of like see it, because you don't know like how someone's day is. Like they might be busy, they might not be able to be on social media all day while they supposed to be working. They might be actually working, and they might have other obligations like outside of work that prevents them from just being able to check social media in a timely manner. So I say create an event. If the admins, because some of them they got these rules. So, just tap in, check in, see if you can create a little event. Say, look, from 2 weeks from now, you're going to set up a happy hour. And you're going to put the date, location, and then, and then just make a post and just like, hey, y'all, I made this event, for happy hour. That's going to happen. Y'all come join me. And eventually, people will start seeing the events and they'll come and join you. So you'll be able to make some friends. So, join y'all a Facebook group. All right, y'all. So the next thing I want to talk about, when you're out here, you're looking for friends, looking for people to connect with, I say don't use the word friend very literally. Use it very loosely, because everybody's definition of a friend is different. And you may not know what their definition of friend. There are some people that say, everybody they friend, everybody they meet. They could have just met them and talked to them like in one night, and they be like, oh yeah, this my friend. And their definition may not, meet your definition. So just make sure, you use it very loosely and don't take anything too personal, because everybody is different, especially when you move to an area where there's a lot of people, there's a lot of like transplants. You have a lot of different cultures that's coming and, meshing together. And so everybody was raised differently. Everybody adopted, different beliefs. So you want to make sure, you communicate and, don't have your expectations like too high. And just make sure, you effectively communicate. If you do have, certain expectations when you do call someone a friend or just building a friendship, there's a way, communicate that. Because, we aren't, mind readers. We can't read each other's minds. We don't know what you're thinking. I don't know what you're thinking. So just make sure, you communicate that, with whomever you're, trying to build a friendship. And when you're meeting people, just keep the mindset that it's kind of like, I look at it as like, making friends is like a first date too. When you're dating, you're getting to know someone. You're wanting to get to know them to see if their interest aligns with your interests. So you can't just go and call them like a friend, like right off the bat. So just take your time to like really get to know people. Don't take it personal. And if, a friendship does not develop with one person, it's not the end of the world. There's plenty of people out there that may be your person for a friend and that you can do something with. Another thing to keep in mind too, that don't focus on one friend as the end all be all friend, because everybody isn't going to want to do everything with you. It just doesn't work out that way. And you'll set yourself up for, disappointment, expecting like, oh, I built this friendship with this person. We got a lot in common. Like, we finish each other's sentences, but she don't want to go and do X, Y, Z with me, or he don't want to do X, Y, and Z with me. Now, I'm all bent out of shape, and, I don't want to be friends with them because they ain't want to show up. Like, no, you cannot do that. Like, don't do that. Like, that's, to be real with y'all, that's one of the things that I had to work on. Being from a small town, I grew up in a very, like, tight-knit community, a group. And so we all, like, my set of friends, we did everything together, like, everything together. And so when I moved, I had to learn, like, okay, everybody isn't going to want to do everything. So what you want to do is you get friends for different things. And then that way you have a friend. It may not be that same person, but you'll have a friend to do something with you. So I had my fitness friends. Y'all want to go work out? Y'all want to get up at 6 o'clock, go to this 7 o'clock workout class? I know who to text. I know who to reach out to. I know who to DM. Be like, let's go work out. Get these gains, y'all. So I had my little fitness friends. Then I had my happy hour friends. The ones that were always ready to get off of work and go to the bar. Okay? I had those friends. I had my brunch friends. Brunch is a culture in DC, okay? So if y'all ever go to DC, make sure you go to brunch. Brunch is a must. Like the brunch culture is unmatched. Like y'all, now I love my hometown. I love Atlanta. I love Georgia. I rep now, but they don't have nothing on DC brunch. Get you some brunch friends, okay? Now, with the brunch, you just make sure y'all all like the brunch at the same time. Because some people like the brunch at 11 o'clock. Me, brunch is like 1, okay? So, when y'all looking for y'all brunch friends, make sure y'all on the same accord, for the time. When you feeling like you want to stay out all night long, like, you gotta, try to beat the sun home. Find you some of them friends too, okay? Because your happy hour friends may not want to stay out all night to 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning, okay? They like, I done had a long day at work. I had these couple of drinks. Look, it's 9 o'clock. It's encroaching on my bedtime. Like, I got to go. So, find you some friends that are all-nighter friends, okay? Get you some of them. So I say, pick you some friends that fit your different interest groups. So whenever you want to go out and do something like concerts, like I have concert friends, who wants to be on their feet? Some people don't like to stand up, y'all. Okay? So y'all got to get y'all friends for y'all different activities. So that way you not like, hurt, when, a friend that you really click with, say, nah, girl, I don't want to do that. So, get you some friends and different, for different things. And I'm telling you, you will be happy with your social life, okay? All right, y'all. So I done told y'all how to, find friends and give you some friend tips. So the other thing, that I want to give you a tip on is just make sure that you're making time, because nobody wants to be friends with a flaky person, okay? So, me, I have a calendar. My thing is, my friends know. They tell me, all right, we're going to do X, Y, and Z. Put it in your calendar. Or I'm having such and such. Put this in your calendar. Because if it's not in my calendar, it is not happening, y'all, like at all. Like I will forget. Like I'm the most forgetful person. Like I keep notes on everything, so everything important I write a note. If I don't want to forget, I write a note, okay? So make sure you making time, and when you say yeah you gonna go out or you gonna meet up with them, make sure you do. Don't flake and don't be late, okay? Nobody wants to be sitting around waiting on you now. So make sure, you on time too. All right, y'all. So now y'all done found some friends and you making time for them and you're on time. Now you're like, okay, well, where we gonna go? Because I'm new here. I don't know anything. I don't know where to find these places. Shoot, your new friend might be, in the same boat with you. They might be new to the area and they have no clue either. So one of the things I would say, first tip, my favorite thing is I go on social media. So I like to go, I'm gonna start with Instagram. So hashtags, y'all, like a lot of people hashtag stuff, and hashtags will help you find things. I like to go the Instagram. I'll search up now I'm here in Atlanta. I'll search Atlanta brunch and then see what comes up. See where people are tagging, what places they're tagging. TikTok, do the same, Atlanta brunch. So in your area, brunch. If you like hookah like me, Atlanta hookah, DC hookah, DMV hookah, like those hashtags. And then when you find those hashtags and you find people that post things at these dope spots, go ahead and follow them. Because if they didn't went to one dope spot, you best believe they checking out a couple of others. So you can figure out, what spots, to go to. Another thing, place I like to search, Facebook events. They have an event tab. If you have your location on and everything, Then when you click on a tab, you'll be able to see the events in your area. Also, like when you're making these connections in these Facebook groups, go ahead and add them as a friend on Facebook, because when you click on the events, you'll see events that your friends are interested in or might be going to. So that's a good place to find events. And my third favorite place is Eventbrite. You can put in your location, you can search for events there. There's usually like a lot of like happy hour, day party types of thing. But I mean, if that's your thing, you know, you'll enjoy that. Also, sometimes like you'll be able to find like different classes. Like I found like a candle making class one time on Eventbrite, and it was like it was a good time. So yeah, definitely like utilize your social media, search the hashtags, and definitely look at Eventbrite. All right, y'all, and I have another tip, you know, just in case you may be still a little scared to go out there and meet some strangers, then just start getting comfortable with being, going out alone. Not saying that you're gonna be going out alone all the time by yourself, okay? But you'll be surprised at how many people you can meet by just going somewhere by yourself. Like, I'll go out like for lunch or for dinner, and I'll go sit at the bar and just go and eat. Like, I don't want to order the food. Like, food tastes better like when you get it fresh. So I don't want no takeout, especially if I'm want to go to this nice steakhouse. I want to eat there. So you go there, you know, don't let stopping that you don't have anybody to go with, you know, just go and sit at the bar. There's plenty of other people who came by themselves that's sitting at the bar. And trust me, when people see you sitting there by yourself, they gonna talk to you, okay? So don't be scared to get out there and go to places by yourself. Like, even though like I have like a good like social group, I don't have too many problems going out meeting people, you know, to like socialize with. And I still like enjoy like going out by myself. I like to go out to eat by myself all the time, because sometimes too, y'all, like it gives me time to like relax my mind, think. If I have some things that I want to work on, I can do that. I can simply like just work on those things. If I have a book, you know, that I want to read, I will sit at the bar with my phone and I will read my little book, okay, while I'm enjoying my meal. I done been to concerts by myself. Like, you don't have to do, like, if you're shy and you don't want to do a lot of talking, or you're just not in a talking mood, like, a concert is really great. Like, no one's there to talk. We there to turn up with whoever is performing. And so with a concert, you know, you just pull up in time, right when the performance is about to get started. You have your grand old time, okay? And then too, while you're there, the people sitting next to you, they jamming, and everybody, like, the energy is flowing, and this, and you know, you like, oh yeah, girl, this my song, you know, oh, I like this one. And then you just start talking, and then they're like, yeah, let's just connect, you know, let's exchange information. And, you know, I've also, you know, got into like a little bit of solo traveling, and I actually, you know, met some people, you know, while I'm out traveling. They're like, oh, you came by yourself? And I was like, yeah. They're like, oh yeah, me too, you know. And then you just, you know, vibing, and you get information. Y'all going out having a grand old time, okay? So even though you may not have, you know, found your people, or you found your people, but they're just not interested in doing, you know, one particular thing that you don't want to do, then don't let that stop you. Like, still, like, get out there, go, enjoy yourself, have fun, okay? So I hope you guys enjoyed my tips, you know, on making friends in the adult world. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit the like button, make sure you to subscribe, and make sure, you know, follow me, y'all. Until next time, y'all have a good night, good afternoon, good morning, or whatever time it is there.